My social impact initiative is Have Hope, Suicide Awareness and Prevention. I think that suicide awareness is something we need to get out into the community because it doesn't just affect one generation. It doesn't just affect the older generation or the younger generation. It affects us all. So I think that when we're looking out for our peers and we're making sure that our neighbors are doing okay and those we come in contact with are doing all right, I think that that's a great thing that we can do to make sure everybody's kind of on the same page and is getting the help that they need. 5 years ago, I had the opportunity to be on Hope Squad. I was on it for 4 years, and they taught me to look for the warning signs of suicide. And just after hearing those signs and knowing the things to look for, it made me realize, wow, this isn't just happening here or there, it's happening all over. We need to make sure that we're really out in our community and looking for those who need help, even if it's just someone in our classroom sitting next to us. If we're willing to make the effort to get to know them and to hear a little bit about their life and see how they're doing and seeing if they're okay, then I think that's a great way that we can all kind of look for someone and make sure that everybody's taken care of. We've had multiple people either attempt or follow through with taking their own life this past year, even just at my high school. It's affected me, it's affected people in my classroom, and I think that really the only way we're able to put an end to it and to help those who are needing that help is to talk about it. If we don't talk about it and if it's not something that we're thinking about constantly, we're not ready to ask those questions, we're not ready to take that next step to get others the help that they need. So it's most definitely relevant right now. It needs to be talked about. It needs to be this upbringing of, okay, this is happening. We need to help the people who are struggling and let them know that they're not alone. I learned about something called the Safe UT app, and I didn't know about it at first. And then after getting on Hope Squad, they mentioned to us, okay, this is something we need to be advocating. We need to be letting people know it's here and it's real and we can use it right now. It's an app that anybody can download. It's free, it's open for 24 hours. And on the end of the line is a counselor, a professional counselor that's ready to help you. You can either talk to them through text or like an email chat or a call, and they will always be there to listen. So that's something that I actually didn't know about. And then after being on Hope Squad, they told me about it, and I was like, all right, I'm going to use this with my social impact initiative. And serving as Miss Utah's Outs 19, I was able to talk to schools about it and was able to get the word out about that and let people know that if you don't feel comfortable going to an adult in your life, there's always someone there that's ready to help you and jump in. With technology and how far it's come, it's really scary. I mean, I didn't know that elementary students were struggling with this until I went to the elementary schools and I heard of the stories and the things that the counselors had to tell me. And it really just took me by surprise, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is happening. Not only in the high schools and in the junior highs, but also in the elementary. I mean, think about a little 10-year-old or 11-year-old wanting to take his or her own life. That is just shocking to me. I never had to think about that when I was little. I thought about going outside and playing with my friends, but now that they have this phone in front of them or this iPad or whatever it is, there's a lot of scary things that they're comparing themselves to, and they're realizing that they don't measure up. But what they also don't realize is the filters and all the things that go into technology. So reaching out to these elementary students and letting them know that it's normal to feel like this, but also you're able to go and meet with a counselor. You can talk to adults, you can talk to these people around you and get your emotions out in a healthy way. I think that that's something really important that we're not really focusing on right now and that we need to. September is Suicide Awareness Month, and normally what we do is we have this thing called Hope Week in the junior high and the high school. It's where you choose specific days and you're able to dress up in bright colors one day to show that there's a bright future ahead, or you go on this thing called a Hope Walk the next day. That just kind of helps the school come together as one. And with COVID and everything, how it's kind of been crazy so far, we're hoping to still do a ton of those activities and a ton of those things, but we'll kind of have to see as it gets closer. I'll have videos that I'm hoping to send out to the elementary, junior high, and high schools to get the word out about it, and then from there we can just have an Instagram page or something else that people can be looking at to be ready for the events and the things that we're able to do, and they can jump in any way they want to. Thank you for watching. Please download the Safe UT app. It's an app that anybody can download. It's free, completely anonymous. On the other end of the line, you're able to get connected with a counselor. It's a professional counselor. You can contact them through text, a little email chat, or call, and they'll keep anything you tell them confidential. They're just there to be a friend and to listen.